Hello students, welcome back to Chemistry Online class. Today we are treating some Jamb past questions on the structure of an atom, neutron, proton, electrons, and also isotopes. So using the structure of an atom, which is found inside an element, an atom has a nucleus that contains proton and neutron, while electron is found on the orbit or shell. Electron is found to be negative, proton is positive, neutron is neutral, it has no charges. Now, there are two particles, so three particles in whole inside the atom of an element, while two are inside the nucleus, one is outside, and this one has a very small mass which is negligible, and then the proton and neutron has equal masses, and that determines the physical property of an element because it determines the mass, that is the quantity of matter in that body. Now, so the sum of proton and neutron inside the atom of an element is equal to the mass number. And these two particles inside the atom, they are called nucleons. And so mass number here equals to proton plus neutron. So if you are given mass number and then you are given the atomic number, which is also equal to the proton number, you can actually deduce the number of neutron. Now, over to electron. At times, electrons can be equal to the number of proton. In this case now, atomic number is the number of proton in the atom of an element. So if atomic number is equal to P, atomic number is equal to P because the number of a proton. So, but the way elements are arranged, they are arranged according to their atomic number, and that is also equal to the number of electrons, provided such element has not turned to an ion by giving out part of its electron or gaining part of its electrons. Usually when we arrange atoms in their orbitals, for instance, 8, oxygen is 8. We have the first shell taking 2. The second shell can accommodate a maximum of 8 electrons, while the first shell takes 2. So because we have atomic number of 8, it means the number of electrons is 8. In this case, so we have 2 on the first shell, 6 on the second shell, which are arranged like this: 2, 2, 1, 1. These two that are not complete, we undergo bonding with another element, either by sharing or complete transfer. That is a topic on its own, which is chemical combination. So in this case, or chemical bonding. Now these are two lone pair because they are complete, while these two that we undergo bonding are called bond pair. So this is how to determine the valence electron of an element. In this case now, oxygen has 6 as a valence electron and is ready to accept 2. So it will never give out, but it will gain electrons. Now back to what we are saying. So how do we get isotopes? Isotope results when we have two different atoms of the same element, because it's possible to have different atoms of the same element. When we have different atoms of the same element and they have different number of neutron alone, but the proton is still the same because it's actually the same element. Let's talk about fluorine, for instance, or chlorine. Chlorine has atomic number of 17, so it means the proton number is 17 because that is the atomic number. And the number of neutrons now differs. One has 18 as its own, like chlorine 17. One has 18 and the other one has 17 proton and 17 neutron. And one of them has 18 neutron, 17 proton. You can see that the number of neutrons has differed, and that results into isotopy, which is a phenomenon whereby different atoms of the same element have the same have different mass number but the same atomic number due to differences in their number of neutrons. So virtually all elements can exhibit isotopy. Even hydrogen exists as isotope. There are 3 isotopes of hydrogen. We have the deuterium, the proton, and the tritium. Now back to what we are treating. So with this knowledge, we can actually attempt this question. But the way isotopes are represented, we can use a symbol here to represent the symbol of element, and then which is not the actual element. Then what we have on top, take for instance for chlorine, for instance now, I can use Cl here or use a letter which is for chlorine. Then 35 here, written up here, is the mass number. Whatever is written down here is the atomic number. So you can have chlorine 35 and also have another chlorine 37. where you have the same atomic number. Chlorine 37 here is a mass number, while the atomic number is still 17. So in any isotope, the atomic number are still intact, while the mass number always differs. So in this case now, the atomic number is 17, meaning that the number of proton is also 17. This is the proton number, while here is the sum of proton and neutron, and the proton here is still intact, that is 17, because we have the mass number. So the neutron will be 18, and in this case the atomic number is 17, meaning that the proton here, which is the sum of proton and neutron, that is the mass number here, which is the sum of proton and neutron, is equal to 17 and 20. While the proton is the atomic number, it is 17 here, the neutron is 20, and in this case the proton is 17, neutron is 18. This results into isotopy, and with that we can quickly attempt some questions. An element has an atomic number of 8 and a mass number of 16. How many neutrons does this element have? Mass number is the sum of proton and neutron. Since the mass number is 16 and the atomic number is 8, meaning that atomic number is the number of proton. That is a well-known fact. And with that, mass number is sum of proton and neutron. So if atomic number is already 8 and the mass number is sum of proton and neutron, that is adding the two together, if you deduct proton from 16, which is the mass number, what we have left is the number of neutron, which is also 8. So the answer of best option here is C, which is a Jamb question. So we also have another question here. How many protons, neutrons and electrons respectively are present in the element 6027 cobalt? This is a good representation of an element where the number down here represents the atomic number, which is 27, while the number up here, which is 60, represents the mass number. So here now, since the atomic number is 27 here, that is the number of proton. So number of proton is 27. Yeah, you can see the way it's been arranged. You need to be careful. Proton is 27. Proton was mentioned first, so we have 27. So what is the number of neutron? Now, we have mass number as the sum of proton and neutron. So if mass number is 60, proton is 27. So what is neutron? We get that by simply deducting 27 from 60. And that should give us 33. So proton is 27. Neutron is 33. The electrons, since this element has not given out any electrons or gained any electron, the number of electrons is actually equal to the number of proton, and that is 27 also. So the best answer here is the way they are arranged, proton, neutrons and electron. We have 27, 33 and 27. So the best option is option C. We have other similar questions on this topic that you can search for. We have some in Jamb 2023, 2011, 21 and 20 and 3. So the next question, the ions X minus and Y plus are isoelectronic, each containing a total of 10 electrons. What do we mean by an element being isoelectronic? It means they can be different elements, but because they are ions, they have the same number of electrons in them due to the fact that they've given out or gained electrons. Like this one, X minus has given out 1 electron. That's why you have a minus here, which is minus 1, which is really invisible. Then Y plus here means plus 1. It has given out 1. This one has gained 1. X minus 1 has gained 1 electron, while Y plus has given out 1 electron. So each of them has 10 electrons, meaning that this was originally sodium, 11. And this was originally, this was originally fluorine, which is 9. And this was originally sodium, which has given out 1. This one gain 1 to become 10. This one give out 1 to become 10. And to attain the nearest noble gas structure. So how many protons are in the nuclear atoms of X and Y directly? Indirectly, they're asking you that what was their atomic number, original atomic number. Since this minus indicates that an element has gained electrons, and it's 1 electron it has gained, and it's now containing 10 electrons, it means that it was originally 9. So X has 9 initially, and then Y has given out 1. That's why you have plus 1. When an element gives out an electron that is negative, they become positive. So it has given out 1. It was originally and it's now containing 10. It means it was originally 11. So the best answer here is 9 and 11. Watch out for more videos on other topic, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. Thank you. Share my video and also like my videos. Thank you very much.